Welcome back to Doc Talk. This is episode 3 with Dr. LaPlaca in his beautiful basement. We do have some new decor pieces, all for sale, all thrifted, if you guys are interested. But we are back chatting about the business and Aries Elite Sports Vision and how we've gotten here to where we are today.
To be fair, I don't know if these are actual real paintings or if they're like prints or what. I have to get them appraised. So
if you know an appraiser,
or if you know an appraiser that's really good, like let us know. Put it in the comments.
Could maybe get you a discount on an evaluation.
Ooh, that's a good marketing strategy. Like buy a piece and get X% off, maybe, or.
You gotta find a good list of thrifters and people that like vintage items that also.
Yeah, I have a vase that matches this one too. Just FYI, the color and the shading.
And the color's the same. They're identical.
It's like a long one, so you can like pair it.
You get like a little flower.
It's like one rose or one something.
Noted. Let's talk about our team a little bit. Now it's grown over the years, but can you kind of talk about how the team, all of us working at Aries Elite Sports Vision, how it's evolved since you started it on your own 7 years ago to where we are now? What's changed? What's evolved?
Yeah. For the longest time, obviously it was just me. It was in 22, Jordan? When did that start?
22.
Yeah, in 22, where like October of 22. So October of 22 is when Jordan started. My brother, who runs like the COO, CFO, like finances and organizational side of things, he was kind of around the same time because I was like, I need help or I'm not going to be able to like continue to do this because I was just pulled
What did Jordan do when you hired him, and then what is his role now?
Jordan was like my right-hand man, like for the first 5-6 months. I mean, he still is my right-hand man, but like he was learning, like he would just sit in and learn how to run sessions for a solid 4 or 5 months until he did some on his own. It was like ideas and helping me like create different stuff for social media. Like he has played as many roles in the company as I have. And it's been his journey. It's kind of been an evolution too, because initially I needed him to help with sales, and we found out Jordan doesn't want to do sales. Like Jordan is not a salesperson, even though he has like a really good personality, really outgoing, like good with people. He's kind of like me like that. Like it's not a comfortable thing to like sell yourself. But I have to do it. Like there's no other alternative. I was the only person who had to do it, and like so I had to go into facilities and make that uncomfortable feeling like, just gotta go do it. It's like suck it up. But so Jordan's initial plan was for him to go and do that stuff for us. But we found out Jordan is very opposed to that and would rather like do the stuff behind the scenes, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Like it's been a huge help to like get us to here for him to be able to do that stuff. But let's go back even 2 years before that. So at the time in like 2019, 2020, late 19, early 20, I had a business partner who had half of Aries Academy. So Aries Elite Sports Vision and Aries Academy were two separate entities. So I was 100% over Aries Elite, and then we were 50-50 on Aries Academy. And I was doing everything for Aries Academy, like everything. And then when COVID hit, again, I was doing everything. I built all the drills, I built all the wording, I built all the templates, I built all the video, like everything. And this other partner was doing nothing. Like his whole job was to sell to people, to like make connections, to do all of the things, and he was doing none of it. And I didn't find that out until probably like 7-8 months later. And I was pissed. Like I was the most mad I've been at a person because it's like, I know how much I was working, and to find out that he was doing nothing was insane to me. Like that, like as a 51-49 split, like that workload needed to be different, and I was livid about it. And I was like, I am done. I will shut this whole thing down. I will start from nothing, because you were providing me nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm the one doing everything. So like, I'll just go start it under a different LLC and we'll be done.
Right.
And I had to like have him sign paperwork and make sure that he was like officially out. And then it was back to me being by myself.
Got it.
And I mean, I really already was by myself, but like it was back to just like, okay, now how do we reconsolidate everything? How do we figure out how these are all like together? And so then I was like another year by myself, and then Jordan came on, and then Chris came on, and then I'm not sure exactly when Joseph came on, but he was doing like training, because he was still trying to be a hiker for like indoor arena leagues or mm-hmm. professional or whatever he could get his opportunity doing. And he was training with us, and then there was an opportunity where we could bring him on to like do some sessions and run some sessions, because he was already familiar with it, was an athlete, was like the type of kind of the type of candidate that we would see as mm-hmm. being a trainer as well.
I don't think I knew that he trained originally and then became a trainer. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, so he has an understanding of what we were doing initially. Mm-hmm. And then Kristen came on as like our social media person like a year ago, maybe a year and some mm-hmm. change ago. And that really helped to revamp what we were doing from a social media standpoint, because like it was just me being like, oh, this sounds good, I'll send it out. I'll have to design this and do this and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just really helped with our like consistency of posting and like the quality of it, like all of that. And now we're doing stuff like this to, you know, to take the next step up. And then you came on, and we were working through like the whole piece of like, where do you fit? What are you going to do? How do we make sure that we're leaning into your talents and the things mm-hmm. that you're really good at? And how do we make sure that everybody is doing the things that they're the best at mm-hmm. and not like requiring people to do things that they don't want to do. Yeah.
What's the biggest thing that you've learned, whether it's from, you know, trying to have a partner in the beginning, to learning that's not what you wanted, to hiring specific employees, learning about managing people, being a leader? Has there been a specific lesson or the hardest thing or the biggest takeaway that you continue to practice at every day? Because, you know, it's not easy managing people and trying to find the best talent for a company.
Yeah, the thing is I don't know anything about it. Like, I genuinely feel like yeah, you guys look to me as the leader, but a lot of the times I'm like, I don't know what the best answer is. Like, I need you guys to help me figure out what the best answer is. Like, mm-hmm. this is going to be a team, like a true team. I'm not going to be the leader and then I'm telling you guys what to do. Like, we talked about it, but like, that's not how I want to run mm-hmm. the business. Like, we have to have multiple people doing multiple things better than me, so I can offload that to you and be like, okay, good, that's another piece that like, I trust McKenna to go and do that.
Right.
I want you to make your decisions on that, and then you're going to be running a team. Like, I want all of us to like learn the things that we're going to have to learn, because there's so much that we don't know in terms of like how to run a business. And I think, you know, you try and surround yourself with people who know more than you, but like at the end of the day, it just feels like people are people, and they're not really that much smarter than you when you look at them as like mm-hmm. a objective view of things, right? Like I really like Alex Hormozy and how he like thinks about business and how he does his podcast and stuff like that, but I don't think he's vastly smarter than me. Mm-hmm. I don't look at people and like, oh my gosh, that person is so much smarter than me. Yeah, they might be smarter than me in certain things, but I don't look up to people and think that they just know everything, and I don't think that any of us should. Like, everybody has their own skills, and I think if we can treat our leadership team that way, that like you're not gonna know, you know, the things that I know, but I'm not gonna know the things that you know, and like we have to figure out who's the best at that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And open to learning, right?
Right. And open to being wrong. And like there are multiple times in the day where I'm like, I had no idea that was how to do that. Like we're trying to build certain things for the business as well from like a software standpoint. I don't know what I'm doing. I just hope I have like some idea of how to do it, how to use the right tools to do it, how to ask the right people to help me do it. And, I think that's, if people are saying that they have all the answers, I think they're lying and they're bullshitting.
Right.
Like, I think that's not a good way to be authentic, and I don't know all the answers. And I don't even know if that answered your question, really. Like, it was, what did I learn about leadership, I think?
Well, I think you're okay, as a leader, it's really nice as someone that works for someone like you to be specific, that's willing to admit if they don't know something, the best way to go about it, but you're always open to learning and hearing other opinions. And I think that's probably one of the biggest issues that you see in the workforce today with managing employees to their superiors, their managers, is their manager isn't listening, doesn't care what they have to say, especially there's a lot of managers today that have never done the job of the people that they're managing. There's not a lot of promoting within and company culture anymore. So they're trying to manage and tell someone how to do something when they haven't done it themselves, which a big point, and a testament to you is everything that you are telling us as employees to do, you've done it yourself, tenfold. So you're not here dishing us, things to do that you would never do yourself. And I think that's a testament to who you are as a leader and, a business owner as well.
I appreciate that. I mean, it is a thing that, like, I think you have to go through the trials, and like I'm still going through the trials every single day. Like to go through those, I think gives you a foundational understanding of what it should be or what it could be, and knowing that, like, if I'm going to create a piece of content, it's going to take 7 times longer than what I think it's going to take, because you have to edit, you have to do this, you have to chop this up, you have to make sure the audio matches, you have to make sure that, like, the intro looks good, and this is what you're going to have to tweak on the intro, and this is what you're going to have to space out, and this is what you're going to have to layer on top of another thing. Like, I had to learn how to video edit.
Right.
I had to learn how to, like, use Canva, and I have to learn how to, like, use AI. Like, I have to learn so much, and, like, then when I ask you to do it, I say, I know this is going to take X amount of time, instead of having, like, unrealistic expectations. Be like, I want this done in 4 hours and get it to me by the end of the day, because I didn't go through that experience. I'm going to be like, no, this will take a couple weeks. Like, let's be efficient about it. Let's try and manage, like, how do we get you the best tools to do the best job. But, like, there's certain things that just take a while to, like, figure out and to do. And this was all before, like, AI and ChatGPT and all that stuff. Like, my productivity has 100x, because before it all was manual. It was all like, I had to literally take images from a website, remove the background by myself. Like, this feels like I'm in the Stone Age now, but, like, I had to go in and, like, literally use the mouse and erase the background on the Cicadic pencils, erase the background, then use those in the video. I had to upload it to the video, use those in the video, move them, position them. Hours upon hours. And now I look at it and I'm like, oh God, like, you just do it so much faster and so much easier now, which is why I think I have such an appreciation for, like, the pace and the speed of Canva and AI and all of that stuff. It's like, man, we should be moving at pace, and we should be moving as a small team super fast and super quick. We can get so much more done than I could have gotten done 4 years ago.
Right. And it's good that you're open to adaptation, because, again, that's a lot of things that hold other companies back. Maybe ones that have been in business for a really long time, they do something a specific way, and that's how they're going to continue doing it for the foreseeable future. And then they get amazed that this new employee is able to do so much work in such a period of time. It's like, well, I have these aids, I have these resources that I'm able to use to maximize time. Right?
Well, and I think the employee then is also like scared to let everybody else know that they're using those tools as well, right? Like, I want to be as adaptable, as forward-facing, front edge of this innovation stuff as possible, because I think that like helps everybody have a better life in the long term, right? Like, if I can get my normally 8-hour day done in 2.5 hours, phenomenal, right? And then you can work, maybe like, let's say you're gonna work 4 hours that day, so you got 2 days done of essentially what would have taken you, in 4 hours, you got 2.5 days worth of work done. Mm-hmm. Great, go enjoy the rest of your day and spend time with Ren and go to Milwaukee this upcoming weekend to do the race. But use the tools that are available to us. I don't want you to feel like you're cheating by doing the thing better.
Or faster.
That's insane to me, right? There's certain things that it's just going to take time to do, like running a session takes 45 minutes because we're in there with the client. But all the other stuff that we have to do, let's use the best tools available and be faster and more adaptable and able to do that stuff, right? I think the adaptability piece is the piece for us as a business. And I think if you're trying to just be like, well, this is how we've done it, and this is how we always do it, and this is how it's going to be, you're a dying dinosaur and you don't even know it.
Right. And because everything is adapting so quickly, AI is developing, what is it? ChatGPT's on level 5.
Yep.
Right. So it's as these things, if you're not up with the times, you're going to be left in the dust before you even know it or acknowledge that you're willing to move forward on certain things.
Right. And taking the time to learn that stuff is so valuable to me. When I'm driving, I'll toss on I'm not listening to music. I'm not just watching a TV show, or I'm not listening to a podcast, or I am listening to a podcast, but it's about GPT-5, or it's about what is an automation tool that we could use to help make our days easier. It's literally what's the best entrepreneurship stuff? What's the my time is all dedicated to how do we become the most effective and adaptable team, because I think those teams are the ones that are going to win moving forward in the next 5 years.
Absolutely. So then, with everything you've experienced, the good, the bad, what advice would you give to someone that wants to start their own business? Whether it's something similar to Aries Elite Sports Vision or something completely different for someone to essentially have their own startup and move forward in today's day and age. What's some advice that you would give them?
Do you want honest advice, or do you want the pie in the sky, go after your passion?
I think the pie in the sky is already said, and if they want to do something and want to chase after a dream, go do it because you have the opportunity to. But what are some realistic things for them to either watch out for, need to acknowledge if they're going to go do that?
I think the thing is it's way harder than you think it's going to be. Even with all the tools that we have, you have to create something or do something that people find value in. So again, there's everywhere is everywhere you look on social media, it's do this and you can make $10,000 a month,
right.
Or do this and you can make an affiliate percentage, and you'll make $20,000 a month. That does not work. That is, you still have to do the work to do those things, right? You might be able to automate some of it. You might be able to make it easier, but you still have to figure out how to do ads. You have to figure out how to market socially. You have to have a following that would actually purchase stuff from you because they trust you. You have to do so many steps. And I think the throughput is you just have to do the thing. The longer that you do the thing, the more that people understand that you are passionate about it, and that you're willing to do the work. And you don't even have to be passionate about the thing, but you have to do the work to a certain extent to get the reward, I think. And you have to be able to the amount of pain that you have to go through has to be less than the desire to do the thing, right? So if you're not willing to go through the pain, you're not gonna do it, and you're gonna just go to the next shiny object. That's okay. Well, I saw my friend doing this on social media, so I'm gonna go and do that, right? And so you just have to kind of push through that want to go do the easier thing if you want to do a business that you're actually passionate about and built for. And I think if I could go back and do it again, I still would. Like, even knowing what I've gone through, I still would go, like, even knowing what we're gonna have to go through. Like,
right.
I think it takes a certain mindset too. Not everybody's an entrepreneur. I genuinely believe that. I think that maybe like 5% of people are entrepreneurs, because to be an entrepreneur, your risk tolerance has to be up here. I'm taking all of the risk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm betting on my thought, my idea, and the thing that I want to put into the world being good. And everybody else doesn't have to take that risk when you're working for a company. You're like, okay, well, I'm making my money here, and whatever. If this doesn't work out, I'll just go get another job, because you're an employee, right? Like, that's. But to be a startup entrepreneur, to do your own thing is a whole.
You're operating without a safety net that you're used to.
Right.
And even if you've never had to use that safety net prior working for jobs, doesn't mean you're not going to need it when you don't have it.
Yeah, and especially like the amount that you have to be able to see the mountaintop, knowing that all along the way you're going to get prickers and cuts, and your legs are going to be shot, and like, you have to know you're going to have to go through all of that stuff, and it's not going to be easy, but you still, like, you're like, I see the mountaintop, I know where I'm trying to get to, and you have to be like, okay, I'm willing to take these like 1,000 cuts to get to the mountaintop.
And if you're just in it for the money or the profit, you're not going to make it very far up the
no, and people will see that too. Like, people see when you're thirsting after like money and like the greed of it. Like, that's not interesting to me. Like,
well, that's why you love.
If it was, I would just be a regular
right?
optometrist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I would just be a regular optometrist in an industry, and I would just try to make as much money as I possibly could. And it's not who I am. It's not like what I find very interesting, because like, it's so fun to get to build something like even the logo, like even the thought process of our logo it's like, I created that. Like, I created everything about it, the name, the bird, the things that connect all of them. Like,
it's all intentional. It's
all
not
intentional,
just...
right? Like, but I got to create that, and now it's a thing that's in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could have been like LaPlaca Sports Vision. I see so many people out there. Makes me want to like literally throw up, because it's like, it's so narcissistic, and it's so like, I don't know.
Well, I think you know you're creating something bigger than just yourself, and the opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
And I think all of us that work for you truly believe that, and I think it shows a testament that it's not, LaPlaca Sports Vision. You have this greater understanding that we're going to create something that not only has room to expand, but to allow other people with similar passions adapt a similar, following and practice that you've created on your own. So the possibility that there's going to be other Aries Elite Sports Vision, locations, in the future, hopefully, with other optometrists that have similar passion to you, and understand the purpose and the vision behind it all. No pun intended. But they don't want to be LaPlaca Sports Vision, right? They want to be able to take it, and do what they want with the package that we'll hopefully be able to provide. But it's much bigger than just yourself.
Yeah, I think that's the goal too. Is like, how do we create an industry that is self-sustaining and actually like functional without it being just on one person's back. Like, and it's going to take a few years to like really define that out, and those are the things that we're like working on now. Like
So talking about the future and what we're working on, what are some things that you can kind of let people know that are maybe in the works, or whether it's a 6-month, 12-month, 2-year, 5-year plan of what we're trying to accomplish here at Aries Elite Sports Vision that will positively affect them, but what are some things that we can let our clients and prospective clients know that we're working on?
So I think there's some really big things that will impact all angles of the business. But there's one I really like. I'm really excited about, and that's our EMR system, because I think that the way that the industry is now, like there's nothing available for me to put in the data and the information and the analytics and the way that we do everything effectively. I've looked.
What does EMR stand for?
Sorry, yeah, good point. Electronic medical record. So when you go to your primary care physician, they have an EMR that they're putting all of their information into, and they're tracking what your blood pressure was.
Kind of like a client portal of all of our existing information.
Right, and so for the longest time, it's just been like we had to do like Dr. Chrono, Simple Practice. We had to do all these things and like make it kind of work until we were able to like do our own version. And then now this is going to be like version 2.0 of having a space where we can input all of our data really cleanly and effectively and securely. And then also we're going to create a client portal dashboard where they're going to be able to see all of their metrics and all of their own information. And we should have an MVP of phase 1 in the next couple weeks. And that's been a year and a half, coming up on 2 years in November of like development teams, working with like figuring all of these things out. And it has been a massive undertaking that I didn't expect. I mean, I think I expected it, but I didn't understand like how much we would have to develop it from the ground up. You know, I figured, there's probably tools out there that we can just use and implement and blah, 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 blah. But like we've had to like ground up it so that it's like HIPAA compliant, it's SOC 2 compliant, it's FHIR compliant, it's going to be compliant for the next future, like the next 3 to 5 years. As things are changing, we're already planning for that. So then new optometrists who potentially come on board, like they'll just go straight into that portal, and then they'll have all of like that stuff.
So then how is this going to positively affect our clients? And then how is this going to positively affect the future and the growth of the company?
Yeah, so it'll affect our clients, which I think is the thing that I'm most excited about, because this has been something that a bunch of our clients, like, they consistently ask me about. And I'm like, I promise you, we are working on it. Like I said, if I think it's going to take a month, it's going to take 7, you know, one of those situations where it's like, I'm giving it everything I possibly, like, I don't know how to do the thing, otherwise I would. And so it's like, it's the thing that they've been asking for is like, okay, well, how much better am I getting? How do I know how much better I'm getting? And how do we like simplify that front end for them so they can see, oh, okay, when we first started training, this is where I was. And now that we've been training, it's been getting better. Oh, I was gone for 3 months. I seen a dip here, right? And now, okay, I'm back to training, and now it's picking back up, and I'm back to where I was. And like, we're going to be able to show them those trends, and we're going to be able to show them almost like a stock ticker. Like, oh, I ran NeuroTrainer, and I want to see how I did on Gust Rookie, and then it'll show them their progression over time when they ran it, what their scores were, like even breaking it down as micro as we can for them, so that they have access to all of their data, all of their previous records, all of their previous prescriptions, all of their previous, like everything. We're just gonna, here you go. As a client, this is what we're giving you and presenting you. And I think that's gonna be super impactful, because it takes it out of my hands to have to tell them that they're getting better. Like, they just see it and they will objectively know.
And not only in their sport they see it, but you know, that's why we collect the data, right? To be able to show and share, and then, you know, we capture the great steps that they're taking, but for them to also see that themselves is really important.
Right. And then for us also to like see like, okay, this is not working for this client. Like, we're going to be able to parse out all of that data and understand our clients even more in depth than we already do. We can say like, hey, whenever we run this, like, he is really stagnant here. Because right now we can't visualize all of the 350,000 data points that we have, because it's the way that we do it right now. It's hard to visualize it how we want to visualize it, right? And that from day one has been the goal, is like, how do we actually make all of this useful and impactful? Because I think that us being better prepared and better understanding them is a huge advantage for them as well. And I always want to make sure that like we're doing the best that we possibly can to have them understand where this is impacting them. Mm-hmm. I think that's always been a challenge, and it's like, how do we continually scratch our own itches to make sure that we're developing the next best things for them? Mm-hmm. So I'd say that's our biggest thing coming up.
Mm-hmm. And then how about the EMR development and the positive effects it'll have on the growth of the company? So that was kind of the client facing.
Yeah.
How about the growth of the company?
Yeah, so I think the positive effects that it'll have on the company is that it'll allow us to ensure that the data going in is 100% always like exactly how it's supposed to go in, but it'll also allow us to package that for the next office, right? Instead of having to like reinvent the wheel every single time we want to open a new location, it'll allow us to say, okay, here's your access to this. Here's the first 15 sessions that you should probably run with this. We're also planning to have it be where it's AI integrated to help us dictate what their next suggested is. Mm-hmm. So for a trainer coming in who's new, they don't have to learn everything initially of how we do it, why we do it, how we push, what variable we have to change, what drill we change, like all of that. Mm-hmm. It'll help them as well. It'll help the doctors as well. It'll help like give kind of like a safety net that I've never had for them to like be comfortable with like, okay, even if I don't know what I'm doing, this can lay out programs mm-hmm. based on what their past experiences were. And that program
is being created through the EMR with all the data that we have to suggest. And that's why, for 7 years you've collected all of this data, because it's not just a shot in the dark of like, oh, let's try this level. It's everything that's going to be suggested, or everything that we're doing currently is all backed by the data that we have to show that this is an adequate jump based off of the results that we're seeing in each drill. Mm-hmm.
Or, hey, this guy needs to go back because he's not doing as well. Mm-hmm. Like, it'll push and pull which way they need to go based on all of those data points that we have, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's a great point, because we want them to be at what we call their Goldilocks zone. So like where it's out of their comfort zone, it's not too hard for them, that they get frustrated, but it's not too easy that they're like, why am I doing this?
Right.
We want to push them so that cognitively they're being pushed, that they're that they feel that when they leave their session, like, that was good. Like I feel sharp, right? And then they understand, okay. And I think that the struggle, at least for me, when we bring somebody new on, it's like a 3 or 4 month, like, I have to sit in on sessions with you, so that's eating up my time. Like I want you to be able to feel comfortable that, okay, it's telling me to do this, I'm just going to do these until you get comfortable in there. Like, there's always going to be a learning curve to that, but like if we can shorten that and make it so that we can open somewhere else up new and we can have offices running cleaner and faster, like, that's great. Mm-hmm. That's huge.
Absolutely.